Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Dreaming with Adrian. In today's video, we're going to be going over one of the most important things in your dreaming practice, and that is getting a good night's sleep. So let's get right into it. So, how many hours of sleep do you actually need? There's a number that floats around everywhere that you hear. 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and that is very true. But sometimes, if you can do it, you can push up to 9 hours of sleep. I find that 8 hours is usually the best for me, or if I can get at least 7.5, that works as well. But some people could get away with 6 hours of sleep, but it's totally dependent on your lifestyle. The key here is to start tracking your sleep and to see what works best for you. One of the easiest ways to track your sleep is to simply use a journal, a log, or a notepad. And this can be electronic or this can be physical. So you can write this down on your phone or you can write this down with a pen and paper. Currently, I'm using my phone, and all I do is I use a stopwatch and the notepad on my phone as well. What I currently do is I use a stopwatch on my phone. I start it when my head hits the pillow. I put my phone beside my bed, and then when I wake up, I roll over, grab my phone, and I stop the timer. I do this every day so I can see the exact amount of time that I'm spending sleeping and how I feel from getting that amount of sleep. When I first started doing this many years ago, all I used was a notepad beside my bed with a pencil. So an easy example would be if you don't have access to a phone, you write down on that piece of paper, I fell asleep at 10 p.m. and then when you wake up, I woke up at 6 a.m. If you're using your phone and that stopwatch, you can be extremely precise and you can write down that you got 7 hours and 53 minutes of sleep, or you can go down to the second, however precise you want to be. I do enjoy being precise, but not so precise to the point where I'm getting stressed out about it. I've tried it all, and I find that the most simple thing to do is to use the timer on your phone and a notepad on your phone as well. So let's take last night, for example. I was in bed for exactly 9 hours. 8 hours of that was spent sleeping, and around 30 minutes to 1 hour was spent in downtime. Downtime, to me, is the time that it takes for you to fall asleep, or if you wake up in the middle of the night, it's the time that it takes for you to fall back asleep. So now that you know how to track your sleep, how exactly do you use that time specifically for dreaming? Ideally, you wouldn't be using the entire time to practice dream skills. You'd only use a small portion of it. So let's say if you fell asleep at 10 p.m. and then you woke up at 4 a.m. and you got 6 hours of good deep sleep, that remaining 2 hours that you have can be used to practice those dream skills. One other thing though is that you shouldn't be doing this every night because you could mess up your sleep schedule if you're trying to practice this every night and you're focusing on doing a dreaming skill rather than actually getting that necessary sleep. When I first started doing this, I was doing it every single day, but it did take a toll on my sleep. So I decided to just change it to at least 2 times a week and up to 4 times a week of specific training for these dream skills. If you're a beginner, it might be best to do this on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just because your mind will be clear of stuff from the work week. And on those 3 days, you might have a little bit more extra time to sleep in, and you can use that extra time to practice any dream skills that you're interested in. As you keep practicing, you'll eventually find what works best for you. But the key is you got to put in the time and you got to make sure you're tracking what you're doing so you see what works best for you. Just like anything in life, you could get results instantly, but you may also need to put in many hours in order to get that first glorious moment when you have a lucid dream or when you're able to control something in your dreams or do something that you've never done before. There may be videos where people are giving you techniques that'll help you lucid dream tonight or do something crazy in your dreams tonight. And once again, they may work, but if they don't give up because it just might take a little bit more time. As a quick recap, first thing, prioritize your sleep. And if you're looking to get those dream skills in, make sure you're sleeping well. Second thing, aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Third thing, track the amount of time spent sleeping and also see how that amount of time makes you feel. The fourth step is to take your results and to analyze them in order to find out what works best for you. And the fifth and last step is once you get those results, you can start creating a schedule to practice your dream skills. And if you're working during the week, you can use Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to practice those skills. Aim to practice 2 to 4 times per week and always make sure that you are first sleeping and then dreaming later. So you get that 6 to 7 or 8 hours of sleep, and then you use the remaining hours in bed for your dream training. That's it for today, guys. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below letting me know what your typical sleep duration is and how you go about practicing your dream training. Thank you so much for watching. Sleep well and sweet dreams.